The void of space surrounding Vega Outpost usually radiated serenity, a vast canvas sprinkled with stars and the occasional flash of a passing trader. Commander Mia Sterling, aboard the stealth corvette Nighthawk, cherished these moments of quiet introspection set against the backdrop of the infinite cosmos. Yet today's tranquility was abruptly shattered. "Commander, distress signals incoming from Vega Outpost!" Lieutenant Hayes called out, urgency breaking his typically composed demeanor. Mia's heart surged. She pivoted from the star map to the main console, her eyes narrowing sharply. "On screen, now!" The view shifted to a live feed from Vega, a vista of chaos. Bright arcs of laser fire sliced through the darkness, while explosions bloomed like deadly flowers. The outpost, a bastion of human resilience on the frontier of occupied space, was under siege. "Status report," Mia commanded as she marched to her command chair, her senses acutely heightened. Imperial cruisers, at least 3 of them. They appeared out of nowhere, Hayes reported, his fingers swiftly navigating the controls. Mia's mind raced. The Galactic Empire had ostensibly warned the human colonies against further expansion. Clearly, this pretense of diplomacy was merely a facade for calculated aggression, signaled the fleet. "We move to intercept. Authorization code, Sterling Alpha 9. "But, Commander, our orders—" "We defend our people, Lieutenant." "Screw the orders," Mia stated emphatically, her voice steely, her decision irrevocable. As the Nighthawk surged forward, Mia surveyed her crew, noting their faces etched with determination. This was their purpose, to serve as humanity's shield against obliteration. "Hayes, initiate evasive maneuvers. Take us below the ecliptic plane, then flank north. Use the asteroid field for cover," she instructed, plotting the fastest route to Vega on the holographic map. "Aye, Commander, it's going to be a rough ride." "I expect nothing less." "Just ensure we arrive in time to make a difference," Mia responded, her gaze glued to the forward screens where the outpost continued to endure the onslaught. This was no minor skirmish. It was an outright declaration of war. The Patenas. Nighthawk cut through space, its engines a mere whisper against the cosmic winds. As Vega loomed closer, the gravity of their imminent challenge became palpable. Mia felt the weight of command press heavily upon her, yet her resolve was sterner than ever. "We're approaching Vega, Commander. All hands are prepared," Hayes reported, his voice now a bastion of steadiness. "Good. Let's demonstrate what humanity is truly made of," Mia declared, her eyes alight with an intense blaze. This was their moment, an opportunity to retaliate against the encroaching shadows of tyranny. With that, the Nighthawk plunged into the fray, a solitary beacon of hope in the engulfing darkness. Activity surged through the command center on Titan Base as Commander Mia Sterling's image materialized on the central hologram. Around her, screens flashed with the grim aftermath at Vega Outpost and the advancing positions of the Imperial fleet. Commander Sterling reporting, "We've witnessed a deliberate strike by Imperial forces on Vega." "This unprovoked act of aggression must be met decisively," Mia began, her voice resonating with authority, capturing the room's undivided attention. Admiral Jensen, known for his strategic prowess, nodded gravely. "Commander, what do you perceive as their strategic objectives?" "They aim to test our defenses and resolve, sir, pushing us out of critical sectors," Mia replied, her eyes flicking across data streams from multiple sensors. "However, we have a strategic opportunity." "Elaborate," the Admiral prompted, leaning in. Mia switched the display to show a schematic of the sector. By deploying our stealth squadrons here and here, she indicated 2 nebulous regions on the map, and using the asteroid fields for cover, we can gain the element of surprise and secure a tactical edge. Murmurs of tentative approval buzzed among the staff. While stealth attacks carried risks, Mia's well-regarded tactical mind lent credibility to her plan. "Commander, those units are our most advanced. Should this fail?" A senior officer began, his face marked with skepticism. "It will not fail," Mia cut in with conviction. We are more familiar with this terrain than they are. We'll turn that knowledge to our advantage. A heavy silence settled over the room, the weight of the decision palpable. After a moment, Admiral Jensen broke the stillness. Prepare the fleets. Commander Sterling, proceed with your plan. Thank you, sir. Operations will commence immediately. Mia's image nodded sharply before dissipating. Officers sprang into action, dispatching coordinates and relaying orders. Mia's voice, firm and clear, resonated over the comm channel to her squadron leaders. This is Sterling. Execute your orders. Let's show the Empire why you don't corner a desperate human force. As the stealth ships glided into position, a tangible tension enveloped the crews. Every pilot was acutely aware of the stakes, not merely fighting for Vega or Titan base, but for the sovereignty of human space. Remain vigilant. We strike with precision and speed, then disappear before they can regroup, Mia directed crisply over the comms. In the quiet void of space, human resolve and ingenuity were poised to confront an overpowering adversary. The calm before the storm was charged with the focused breaths of those ready to defend their homes against the colossal forces of the galaxy. In the cloaked silence of space, the Phantom Wing, led by Commander Mia Sterling, maneuvered through the asteroid field with ghost-like precision. The blackness of space cloaked them, their hulls matte and non-reflective, designed to blend seamlessly with the cosmic darkness. Status check? Mia's voice was subdued, almost a whisper as she communicated through secured channels. Her ship, leading the fleet, weaved through the rocky maze with the deftness of a predator in its natural habitat. Echo 1, all clear, responded one pilot, skillfully navigating past a large, spinning asteroid. Echo 2, systems optimal, another confirmed. The ship's engines emitting only a faint hum against the vast silence of space. Mia studied the holographic map before her. Each ship's position was indicated by a luminescent dot, slowly converging on their target, the unsuspecting Imperial fleet. Remember, we hit hard at their flanks, then pull back to the rally point. We can't afford a prolonged engagement, Mia directed, her focus fixed on the map. The tactical display showed the Imperial ships in real time, still unaware of the imminent ambush. Suddenly, a soft beep signaled that they were in position. On my mark, Mia said, her finger poised over the execute button that would launch their synchronized strike. A tense silence ensued, punctuated only by the soft static of the comm. Mia's expression hardened as she counted down silently, her thumb pressing the button decisively.
Mark!
Simultaneously, the stealth ships activated their weapon systems, missiles streaking across space like deadly comets aimed at the Imperial cruisers. The initial explosions shone brightly against the darkness, momentarily illuminating the asteroids with flashes of light. Direct hits on targets Alpha and Bravo. Disengaging and moving to secondary positions, Mia reported, skillfully steering her ship away from the havoc they had unleashed. The Imperial fleet, taken by surprise, scrambled to mount a response, their formations disintegrating as they struggled to locate their invisible assailants. Echo Squad, regroup at Point Delta. Keep an eye out for any tailing units, Mia commanded, her tone both calm and authoritative. Her display confirmed the squadron's compliance as they vanished into the shadows once again. Back at Titan Base, Admiral Jensen monitored the operation's progress, his face etched with cautious optimism. Impressive, he acknowledged softly, aware that although this victory was significant, it was merely the beginning of what promised to be a tenacious resistance. As the Phantom Wing regrouped, Mia permitted herself a fleeting smile. The element of surprise had worked flawlessly, affording them a critical advantage. Yet, she was acutely aware that the true challenge lay ahead. The Empire would retaliate with full force, and they needed to be prepared. We've demonstrated our capabilities, Mia addressed her team, her voice imbued with both pride and resolve. Let's remain vigilant and see this through. Her gaze returned to the star map, strategizing their next maneuvers in this high-stakes cosmic game of cat and mouse. As the debris from the initial skirmishes floated through space, Mia Sterling's Phantom Wing regrouped in the shadow of a massive asteroid. Mia's fingers deftly navigated her control panel, setting coordinates for the next phase of their guerrilla assault. "Echo Team, report," Mia commanded, her voice a bastion of calm amid the chaos of battle. "Minor damage to Echo 3, all other units operational," her second-in-command crisply replied. "Good. Prepare for the second strike. This time our target is their command ship. Disable, not destroy." "We need them disoriented," Mia instructed, meticulously plotting the trajectory for their audacious plan. Her crew acknowledged, the tension palpable even through the static-filled communications. The Imperial fleet, now regaining its footing, coordinated their movements more effectively, launching countermeasures into the asteroid field. "Listen up!" Mia's tone was both commanding and motivational as she briefed her squadron. "We've got one shot at this. Strike quickly, strike decisively, and then disappear. Use the asteroids for cover. I want no heroics. Adhere to the plan." "Roger that, Commander," came the collective response. Mia piloted her ship with expert agility, navigating through the asteroid belt. The Imperial command ship loomed large ahead, a colossus of metal and firepower, its guns sweeping the void for any sign of threat. "On my mark!" Mia waited, timing their approach as her ship stealthily maneuvered through a narrow gap between two gargantuan asteroids. "Now!" Like phantoms, the stealth ships surged forward, their weapons systems unleashed in full fury. The command ship's shields wavered under the barrage, its electrical systems faltering as critical hits landed. "Direct hit on their communications array," Echo 2 reported, a note of triumph in his tactical brief. "Echo 1 here, we've hit the engines, they're immobilized," another pilot chimed in. Mia observed the unfolding chaos with a strategic eye, her thoughts already racing through subsequent scenarios. "All units, disengage and proceed to rendezvous point Sigma. Echo 3, lead the way." As her squadron withdrew from the crippled command ship, Mia felt a surge of pride. They had accomplished more than command had anticipated. Yet she knew this victory was just a momentary gain. The Empire would retaliate with relentless fury. "Commander, we're clear of the engagement zone," Echo 3 reported as Mia's ship acted as the rear guard, ensuring the safety of her pilots. Mia's response was measured, her mind focused on the challenges ahead. "Well done, everyone. Let's regroup at Sigma and strategize our next move. This battle is far from over," as the Phantom Wing vanished into the labyrinth of asteroids. Mia's thoughts lingered on the broader conflict. Today, they had delivered a significant blow, yet the true struggle for their homes, their freedom, and the essence of humanity was only just beginning. The disabled Imperial command ship drifted aimlessly, its formidable presence reduced to mere flotsam amidst the stars. Inside Mia Sterling's cockpit, a cautious optimism prevailed as she maneuvered the Phantom Wing toward their unexpected bounty. The hulking silhouette of the behemoth loomed ahead, serving as both a reminder of the formidable adversary they faced and the significant victory they had just clinched. "Echo Team, form up. We're boarding the command ship. Our objective is to secure the bridge and gather intel. I want minimal casualties." "We are not butchers," Mia instructed, her voice firm yet measured as she readied her team for the intricate operation ahead. Her ship docked with the Imperial vessel with a gentle thud, the airlock hissing as it sealed. Mia and her select squad suited up, checking their weapons set to stun, prepared for a non-lethal confrontation. They breached the entry, moving with the precision of seasoned operatives through the corridors. The halls of the Imperial ship were eerily silent, except for the echo of their boots on the metallic floors. Mia signaled her team to halt as they neared the bridge. "Voss, take the left. Harper, you're with me." "Let's make this quick," she whispered, her hand signals sharp under the dim emergency lighting. They burst onto the bridge, catching the few remaining officers off guard. With swift and non-lethal precision, Mia's team secured the area, the subdued hum of stun guns marking their swift takeover. "Commander Sterling to Titan Base, we have secured the Imperial command ship," Mia reported, her voice composed, concealing the rush of adrenaline that coursed through her. "Excellent work, Commander. Extract any valuable data and prepare for extraction," responded Admiral Jensen, his tone tinged with a hint of surprise. Mia approached the captain's console, her fingers deftly navigating the unfamiliar technology as she initiated a data transfer. "I've accessed their battle plans and navigation logs. Downloading now." As the data streamed in, Mia surveyed the bridge, her gaze drifting to the panoramic view of space beyond. Her reflection on the glass mingled with the stars, a stark reminder of the fine line they tread in the expansive, unforgiving cosmos. Download complete. "Let's move out," Mia commanded, her team reacting with practiced efficiency as they retreated the way they had come. Back aboard their ship, Mia reviewed the freshly acquired data. The logs outlined the Empire's upcoming targets, critical information that could potentially save thousands of lives. "This isn't just a win. It's an opportunity to turn the tide," Mia mused aloud, her thoughts already pivoting to their next strategic move. As they set a course back to Titan Base, the weight of their newfound responsibility was palpable. They had delivered a significant blow, yet the conflict was far from concluded. Mia recognized that the real challenge lay ahead, leveraging their hard-won advantage to fundamentally alter the trajectory of the war. Now more than ever, they needed to be astute, agile, and above all, unified. Back at Titan Base, the mood oscillated between celebratory and somber as the news of Mia Sterling's daring capture of the Imperial command ship circulated. In the command center, however, the atmosphere bore a more restrained tenor, the gravity of their next steps pressing heavily on the leadership. Admiral Jensen greeted Mia with a firm handshake, his eyes reflecting both pride and concern. "Commander Sterling, you've exceeded expectations. But this data, it's invaluable and precarious. We must act swiftly." Mia nodded, the adrenaline of recent events temporarily banishing her fatigue as she spread the captured data across the strategy table. "We have the precise locations of their upcoming strikes. We can preempt them, save lives, and potentially push them back definitively." The room filled with the top brass, each peering over the data, their murmurs filling the air. Mia's plan was audacious, leveraging the element of surprise not merely for defense, but as an offensive pivot, aiming to strike at the heart of the Imperial fleet while they were still reeling. "Operation Swift Retort," Mia announced, naming their counteroffensive. "This is our chance to not just defend, but to reclaim our territory. We strike here, here, and here," she indicated strategic points on the map, her fingers tracing swift arcs between targets. "Sounds like a gamble, Sterling." "Are you sure your team is prepared for this?" one of the generals inquired, his tone tinged with skepticism. Mia's reply was imbued with confidence, her weariness eclipsed by a fresh surge of determination. "We're more than prepared, sir. We understand the stakes. We're fighting for our homes, our families. We won't falter." As the specifics of Operation Swift Retort were finalized, Mia stepped away, her gaze wandering to the stars visible from the command center's viewing deck. The indifferent stars bore silent witness as humanity's fate teetered on the brink. Lieutenant Harper approached her, offering a steaming cup of coffee. "We really did it, huh, Commander?" Mia accepted the cup, her smile tinged with exhaustion yet sincere. "We did, Harper. But the toughest part is yet to come. This next action will define everything." Behind her, the command center hummed with activity, a beehive of preparations as plans transitioned into actionable orders. Yet, in that brief interlude, Mia allowed herself a moment of repose, the enormity of their next steps settling on her shoulders. "This is for Vega," Mia whispered, her resolve stealing. "For all of us. Let's demonstrate what humanity is capable of when pushed to the brink." Harper nodded, her expression echoing Mia's determination. "To the brink and beyond, Commander." With renewed purpose, Mia turned away from the viewing deck, her steps resolute as she rejoined her team, poised to lead them into what could be one of the most significant offensives in human history. The chapter concluded not on a note of triumph, but one of steely resolve, as humanity prepared to strike back not merely to survive, but to prevail.